Talks with Derek.
What up? What up? You know, it's your boy Derek J. I'm back. It's me, bitches. But yo, I'm coming to you today to talk about being a black man in America. Yes, I said it. Being a black man in America. Oh yeah. So I always do my research. Always do my research. So here we go. Being a black man in America, it's not an easy job. It's pretty hard. So I had to ask myself, well, damn, Derek J, what are some of the stereotypes of being a black man in America? So it goes as follows. Black men in America are considered to be lazy, to be submissive, to be backwardness, and dishonest.
Oh my God! Wow!
Let me do that one more time.
Oh my God! Wow!
Now, this is not to say all black men are this way, but this is a stereotype, and you know, we can put it on everybody, but that's crazy right there. So then I say, well, damn, Derek J, if we stereotype in this way, what else they got to say about us? So I started looking at the imprisonment. So with the imprisonment, it went that, per my research, that 37% of black men are locked up. 37%. Okay? And then when you look at the percentage of people on like death row or serving life sentences, you know the percentage is for black men on that one? 48%. So let's ask that question again. Being a black man in America, how is it? Because per these notes that I have here, it is like,
Oh my God! Wow!
right. So then we get to, what do black men normally do? Because we out here struggling. Some, not all, struggling, trying to make ends meet, do what we got to do. So we sell over to the dope game. Let's just be honest, call a spade, we go over to the drug game. So when it comes to the drug game, in prison alone, black men are sent to state prison on drug charges 13 times higher than the rate of white men. Let me drop that bomb one more time. Black men are sent to prison, or sent to state prison, on drug charges 13 times higher than the rate of white men. But there, Jay, every time you talk, it's always about some race. Well, no, I want to make this clear. I don't always talk about race. I like to talk about things that matter or things that need to be talked about. And I like to get other people's opinions, okay? I'm a very open-minded person, like I always say. I'm not here to judge nobody, okay? I'm very open. I want to learn, okay? So then, I tend to go on my research, not a rant, but my research. I said rant. I'm crazy. Not a rant, but my research. When I thought about school, okay? When it came to school, it said that black men have the lowest completion rate. 14, was it 14? No, of 40%. Yeah, 40%. 40% of black men graduate college. 40%. So to the 40% of black men that graduate college, I want to do this for you. I want to give you a round of applause. Yes. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay. Because you are trying to do something to make a difference. You've been given an opportunity on a different level to make a difference, and you took advantage of that. So I want to give you a hand clap one more time for that. Okay. Now, even though these numbers are low, we know what the other percentage is doing and why they're not going to school. Because let's just be honest, when you do graduate college, you're not promised a job. It's not promised. Okay. Yeah, you have the education, but you're still not promised a job. You're just a black man with a piece of paper. That's all you are. You educated. That makes you dangerous because you're educated. Let's call a spade a spade. All right, we'll call a spade a spade. Now, we do have black men that are successful. So again, give them a hand clap for those. Okay. Proud of you. Proud of you. All right, proud of you. But we got to look at the ones that's not successful, figure out what can we do to help the black man out here. Some can be saved, some cannot. Just be honest here. Some cannot. So then I started looking more into it. I'm talking about college. Well, let's talk about high school. Well, do you know in high school, yes, I'm talking about high school, the dropout rate is low in high school, but it's still high. The Latinos are 9.5%. The African Americans are 5.8%. Now, I can't get on why the Latinos drop out, why they're so high. I don't know, didn't do the research, not going to speak on it. But for us, we're 5.8%. So somewhere it's not clicking with school. And I stated previously before, yes, because you get a degree does not mean you're going to get a job. It doesn't matter. You're just a black man with a degree. That's all you are. Some people get those opportunities. Some people don't. It is what it is. That's the reality of life. Okay? So then when I start breaking down more stuff with this, well, what's going on? What else is going on with a black man in America? Child support. Child support, child support, child support. Did you know that there are 76% of black men that's on child support? Yeah, I said it again. There are 76% of black men that are on child support. Yes. That is crazy. And the interesting fact about that, to be honest with you, it's so crazy, is that with that 76%, do you know how many people get locked up on the average of on a daily? 50,000. Now I have the facts to back this up. Said with an estimate of 50,000 parents who are behind bars on the average daily are getting locked up for child support. Did you hear me? 50,000 daily. Let's think about that for a second as I take my sip. Cool. So with that 50,000 daily, do we really have to ask how many of those men are African American men? My point exactly. So, that's my little facts about that. Now, I did interview 2 people. Okay. Did ask them a few questions. All right. Now, these are the questions that was asked to them. First question was, what does being a black man mean to you? Now, when I was asked that question, I'm honest, it was a hard one. It was a hard one to kind of answer, because I said being black is like you're afraid, you got to fight. Nothing is given to you. You have to earn everything. You're constantly being judged. You're never good enough. Okay. Then the other question I asked was, what are some of the advantages? What are some of the adversities that you had to face as a black man? And my story was, like I said, I grew up in the projects. Growing up in the projects, I came home from school and I had a polo on, some khaki shorts. I had some Sperry's on, cut. I was clean. My cousin came home from college, so he in his basketball attire. My partner, he was coming from work, and we were just chilling in front of my aunt crib, apartment 1 in Cornwallis Projects, just chilling, just chopping it up, catching up, because we ain't seen each other in a while. And then the police rolled by. As the police rolled by, we like, that's normal. The police rolled by here, that's normal. We used to that. But then they said they got a phone call stating that there was some black men out there selling drugs. Now, when I say this, I'm not saying that all police are like this or do this, but I'm saying this particular day, this particular moment, this what happened. So they proceed to come to us and try to search us. Of course, I resisted, because I was like, what are you doing? Like, what do you mean? Like, selling drugs? I'm out here with this attire on. Do it look like I'm selling drugs? So they proceeded to, pat us down and stuff like that. And it made me very uncomfortable, to be honest with you. I was very uncomfortable. And I still, to this day, don't understand how and why. At that point, I was being judged, or you could say being fitting a stereotype. As one of the people I interviewed, they talked about stereotype. What is the stereotype? Okay. Then it says, what are some of your motivations of being a black man? The answer to that question was, I want to strive to be the best man I can be. Best husband, provide for my mom, dad, family. I got dreams and goals I want to accomplish. I got a daughter I want to take care of. I'm a man, so I know there's only one of me. But at the end of the day, I can at least set an example of what type of man, or show her what a man looks like. Okay. But then it says, before I go to the next question, not only that, like, I gotta show her that no matter how the world do you, you can't quit. You can never quit, irregardless. For every 10 no's, that's 1 yes. As a black man, we go through that on a daily. And that not only do we battle the world, sometimes some people battle it within their relationships as well. The black man goes through a lot. Now, I'm not saying that every black man does everything right, but to the black man that is doing everything right, I want you, wish you best luck, continue to do so. But for the black men that are not, I pray you get help. I pray you figure out, what it is you need to do to better yourself. Because like I said, at the end of the day, I want all of us to succeed. Okay? Then the last question was, if you could say something to a young black boy, what would it be? I would tell him, don't quit. Keep fighting. Never give up on your dreams. They talked about Jesus. So they talked about Jesus. What make you think they ain't going to talk about you? Okay? So, keep it up. Just keep up. Keep the hope. Keep fighting. Keep pushing forward. Get whatever help you need to get. I want to see black men do well, get better, and just succeed, and not hate, but congratulate and motivate and grow. Now, upon doing this, I did talk to 2 other people who are black. So I'm gonna let you hear their input, and so you can see what they got to say. All right. What does being a black man mean to you?
Well, what being a black man means to me, or just being black in general, strong and being beautiful. I know in times of history and different things of that nature, we were taught not to be strong. We was taught not to be beautiful. When we were slaves, we were broken down. When it was the civil rights era, we were taught that the other race was more than, and we persevered through all that. I'm glad that we actually all had the pleasure of seeing the first black president. My grandmother never thought that would have happened. So being strong and being beautiful, knowing that your skin is enough, knowing that you are enough, and knowing that you can persevere through anything. That's what being black is for me.
All right. Now, what are some adversities that you have faced as a black man?
Yeah, my adversity runs deep. My father, I have an older father. He was born in the 60s. A lot of people don't know, my father was part of the integration with schools. My dad had to face some adversity. Going to school on the first day at an all-white school, having to deal with people trying to beat him up, people calling him names, and he's only at age 6 and 7, had to deal with that on a daily. Even before that, his father, my grandfather, he was born and raised in the South. Every night after he came home from work during high school, my granddad used to tell me stories about him getting chased by the Ku Klux Klan. Almost every night they used to run him into the woods. About 4 white guys in a truck used to chase him every day and his friends. So my adversity runs deep. Some of my personal adversity that I had to go through. I've been profiled before. I've been stopped by police. I've been detained by police because I was someone that fit the profile. I still don't understand what that means. That happened to me about 2 or 3 times. I've been profiled for a job before. I have not gotten a job before because I was black. Not because they have told me straight up. It's because someone from that facility that I knew well told me what their true feelings were. I still continue to persevere all that. Just like Mike said, man, being educated and being a black man is truly one of the biggest threats. People continue to see you as a threat, but you persevere through all that.
All right, good. Now, what are some of your biggest motivations as being a black man?
Some of my biggest motivations of being a black man, honestly, is my family. I'm a first generation college student. I'm one of the first in my family to graduate college. I believe my family, my fiance, they motivate me to get up every morning and do what I need to do, because somebody's got to do it. I believe that the strength that I have through not only my family and God create me to get up every morning and be motivated.
All right. Now, if you could say something to a young black boy, what would it be?
Explore yourself. As in, what I mean by that is everybody can't play basketball, not everybody can play sports, not everybody can do rap music or whatever you want to do. Explore what you know. See, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what my mom always told me. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Be creative. See what there's other things out there. Go against the grain. You know what I'm saying? If it might not be cool right now. You might get made fun of, but you might end up being big cut off of that. So follow your heart. That's really the most important thing. Follow your heart, because you know what's right and what's wrong.
What is being black? I think that question is subjective, person to person, experience to experience. What you went through, what your ancestors went through. Because I know for sure being black, a lot of people that are black can understand when you watch a scary movie and you see the white person go, hello. We all know when you're not saying hello. I think that goes into the role of what's been passed down to you from those that have been enslaved. There are certain things from a cultural standpoint as well. The smell of burnt hair when your grandma doing your hair, straightening your hair out. Maybe Saturday mornings when your mama might turn on Mary J. Blige and without your mom saying that means to clean. Or that look when you walk in the grocery store or a convenience store and that means don't you touch nothing. You know, so I think being black to me is gonna be totally different than everybody else, right? I think it also means it's a signal of strength. In my eyes, black is the most beautiful color out there. Black, brown, all those shades. And so I think of somebody that's deserving of gold, the riches, the success. I mean, it's a scientific fact. We were here first. So that's what black means to me.
Cool. Now, what are some adversities that you had to face as a black man?
Well, maybe the viewers can't see, but I'm 6 foot. I'm 300 pounds. Y'all can't see this in video, but I'm a big guy, right? Understanding that people judge based off my size and my color, how I talk. I'm very straight to the point, and they find it to be very intimidating because they attach my approach with my skin color. Also being black and being very educated, that's something that's a threat always. My mother has always told me since a young man that being a highly educated black young man will always be a threat to the system. So every day I've had people who try to push their narrative on me or try to rewire my thinking because they're threatened by my level of intelligence.
All right. Now, what are some of your motivations? Like, what are your biggest motivations as a black man?
I think so. Right now, my girlfriend and I, we started our nonprofit. So that's Next Vast Talented Black Legends, Inevitable. It's a short abbreviation for inevitable, which in most cases we think of inevitability as death. I like to think of it as, you know, our dreams and our goals are going to be concrete, they're going to happen. My biggest goal is to change the playing field for us. Actually place equity into the equation because we talk about equality so much, but we don't understand that when we're given these resources, we have to know what to do with them, to sustain them, to keep them, to pass them down generation to generation. So my goal and my motivation every day when I wake up, honestly, is just to give forth and push forth and just really try to make sure that the next black, whoever, woman or man, is ready to really fight this war that we're going through.
All right. Now, if you could say something to a young black boy, what would it be?
How long y'all got? To keep it short and sweet, I think honestly I would just tell, as I tell a lot of them, any craft that you're chasing after and doing, understand that you have to make daily deposits to make a big withdrawal. Don't waste your time too much on one thing because you might miss the full potential of what you're doing on something else. I think also understanding that we react a lot more than responding, and especially us being black men, reacting gets us a lot of situations that we don't need to be in. Learning how to properly respond to situations can also save our lives as well. So I think at the end of the day, I would tell another black boy, a black man like me, those things, and also just live life and, you know, continue being a king.
What's up? I'm back. So now that you got their input, ask yourself the question: how do you feel about being a black man in America? Think about it. But you know what? This is your boy, Derek J. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe. You know, I'm posting on the daily. You know what I do. Rock with your boy. And like I always do, let me find my little thing real quick. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Like that. Like did that all like we always do it this time. Peace.
Talks with Derek.